Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we have a big network update out of Verizon. This article is coming from Yahoo Finance. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys could check it out. American Tower and Verizon announced new long-term agreement. Just for reference, T-Mobile has now long-term agreements with Crown Castle, American Tower, and SBA Communications that they already locked in. Now Verizon is locking in their long-term agreements. So I'll just go ahead and read off a little bit here. American Tower Corporation and Verizon Communication announced today that they have signed a new overreaching lease agreement facilitating Verizon's ongoing 5G network deployment across American Tower's extensive U.S. portfolio of communication sites. The agreement provides a simplified and efficient leasing process throughout a contractual framework that will drive mutual growth and value over a multi-year period. So I'll get you guys up to date of what's happening, why this is needed, and what's to come, right? So T-Mobile at their analyst days told us that Verizon would have to further densify in the suburban environment and the rural environment due to C-band, right? When they said that Verizon needed 50% more density because of the C-band frequency, they didn't necessarily specify that it was in the urban core. They stated that, or what they meant is that in the suburban and the rural coverage, they would need to densify the C-band. I have been told on an internal basis that that is in fact the case. Verizon is going to densify and this is on the macro basis, right? This is not small cells. This is macros. I have been told from engineers they are going to densify into the thousands of macros, not hundreds, thousands of macros in the suburban and rural environment due to the C-band. And then, of course, they want to get the fixed wireless access out there, and they want to compete for that customer, for the broadband. And since T-Mobile got there first, they're going to have to go in, compete against T-Mobile. And of course, they're going to have to compete with any other option that's available out in those parts. So that's why we're going to start seeing these agreements, right? This American Tower agreement, American Towers, they have towers out in these suburban rural parts that Verizon can simply co-locate on. So this is good to see. This is a fresh start to the week for Verizon, right? They've been relatively quiet. T-Mobile is continuing to compete, push out new deals, push out new perks. And, here goes Verizon. Like I said, I am still confident in the amount of capital that Verizon is investing that eventually they will surface as the leading 5G network. It's going to come eventually. Not now, not in the short term, but in the future. It's going to eventually come because they are actually funding the high capital that T-Mobile anticipated that they would have to spend to have a competing network. That's happening, right? $24 billion going into the network this year. This long-term agreement means that they are serious about the densification in the suburban rural environment, which is going to cost them a lot more capital moving forward. So that's why if T-Mobile puts Verizon in a position to have to lower prices, which could happen, it's going to get very tricky because this is very expensive, right? Overall, right now, what Verizon has done and is going to do in the future is very lucrative, right? They bought the C-band for big billions of dollars, 50 plus billion. The millimeter wave rollout has been expensive. This further densification project is going to be very expensive in those parts. So, it might put Verizon in a position where they just can't lower prices. But that's not to say that they won't do it because of competitive pressure, right? So that remains to be seen. But for now, we do have the new long-term agreement between the two, which I will leave in the description down below so you guys could check it out. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.